NASCAR racing. It's about the chase. Chasing speed. Chasing the leader. Chasing the checkered.
And there's the checkered flag.
Chasing a championship.
Series champion, Kyle Larson!
Chasing glory.
Johnny Allison throws the block. Cale hits him.
Dale Earnhardt will come to the caution flag to win the Daytona 500.
And it starts every season at Daytona. Countdown to Daytona Live starts now.
Every February since 1959, race fans have been making the trip to Daytona to watch some of the world's best drivers battle at NASCAR's most famous speedway. We've got another sellout to see history here in the Daytona 500. Everyone hoping that the rain stays away. Hello, everybody. Welcome in to Countdown to Daytona Live. I'm Kevin Conley.
Yeah, getting ready for the Great American Race. I'm Gabe McDonald, and over the next half hour, we're going to take you into the garage and hear from all the men that are going to try to win NASCAR's biggest prize later this afternoon in the Daytona 500. And we're going to start with the man who is going to be on the pole, a veteran driver and a champion himself. Veteran Kyle Busch, a two-time champ with 63 career Cup Series wins, but never the Daytona 500. It's the one glaring achievement that's missing from his historic resume. 20 times he started the 500, and 20 times he's left without the trophy. Can this be the year? He's got a great starting spot to make it happen.
And you haven't eaten in 22 years, you'd be pretty hungry, right? So, that's a race I certainly want to chow down on and win and check the box for we've been able to accomplish it. It's been a long time. I mean, we've been oh so close there a few times. I remember coming out of turn 4, myself and Austin Dillon, we had the race in control. We were first and second in 2023. And I saw the flagman with the white flag, and somebody spun out behind us, and he switched over to the yellow flags.
Would be a major win for one Kyle Busch. Another veteran driver still chasing that first Harley J. Earl trophy, one Brad Keselowski.
You know, Big Brad also racing with a big-time hurdle today. Check this out. He will be racing with a broken leg. Really kind of hard to believe. It happened while he was on a family ski trip. Now, it didn't happen on the slopes. He slipped on the ice and fell in the parking lot. He had surgery right after it happened, and he needed a special clearance from NASCAR after a test session at the Charlotte Motor Speedway on Monday.
Getting in and out of the car is the worst part. All the bends and twists you have to do, but you just kind of have to fight through that pain. I'm going to have to tough it out. Obviously, I'm not 100%. But, when you get in that car and you get the adrenaline flowing, you have a shot to win the Daytona 500, I don't think I'll be thinking about my leg.
Veteran driver David Reagan will be on standby just in case Brad Keselowski needs a relief driver.
And now Danny Hamlin joins us with more on another driver in the field who has dealt with some adversity over the past few months as well.
Yeah, if you've ever lost a loved one, you know it is life-changing. That's exactly what happened to driver Denny Hamlin. He lost his father this offseason in a house fire. You know who was Denny's biggest fan? Yes, it was his father. So Denny is back here in Daytona trying to get back to work and trying to get if he can. It's been a challenging few months for Hamlin. First, he lost the championship to Kyle Larson just 3 laps from the finish at Phoenix for the biggest disappointment of his racing career. Then there was the off-season trial where he was a principal player. After that, he was settled in the fire. He was also injured his mother.
Can I say that I am as fired up for this season as I've been in ones past? No. But I'll get there. I will get back that fire that I've had over the last few years, and it's just going to take a little bit more time. I still have a dad. It's just his name's Joe Gibbs, the one that's here today. So, he's definitely been my at-track dad for the last 22 years, and now he's got that role full time.
If Denny can win today, he will tie Cale Yarborough second all-time in most Daytona 500 victories with 4. And, of course, the king, Richard Petty, has the most with 7. It's interesting talking this week. Denny was saying, yes, I've won it 3 times, but there were so many other 500s that I should have won, could have won. But we'll see if he can pull off number 4 today.
The drivers always remember the ones that got away. Danny, thank you very much.
Absolutely. Now another driver, William Byron, chasing his own history. And we got Casey Funderburg joining us now here with more on Byron, the man behind the wheel of the 24.
Well, in the nearly 70 years of the running of the Daytona 500, no driver has won 3 consecutive Great American races. However, William Byron, he has an opportunity to complete that today. And since 1959, only 5 drivers have gone back-to-back at the Daytona 500. So Byron is already in some pretty good company there with the likes of Richard Petty, Kel Yarborough, Sterling Marlin, and Denny Hamlin. A three-peat would be something really special for Byron, who has 16 career Cup Series wins. He was involved in an accident in his qualifying race and will start 39th in the backup car. On Media Day, we asked William what's his secret sauce at Daytona.
I don't know. I wish I knew. I mean, it just kind of, it's inexplicable, but yeah, I mean, just, you know, try to make good decisions and be there at the end. That's probably the biggest thing. Can't think about it too much because it's just got to think about the race and trying to execute that well, but yeah, it'd be awesome.
Byron drives the 24 car for Hendrick Motorsports, and as a team, they have won 10 different Daytona 500s with 6 different drivers, so pretty impressive there, guys.
He's going to really have to manage some traffic if he's going to get to the front.
Absolutely, and he did it in 2024 in a backup car, so we'll see if he can do it again. But now let's go back to Thursday and show you how we set the field in the duel races, because we had some repeat winners in the duels on Thursday. Chase Elliott, one of Byron's teammates, won his 3rd duel qualifying race of his career. Thursday night, his race was rather clean, very clean compared to the first one. And there's plenty of pushing and shoving, and when that happens, cars get out of shape, especially here at the World Center of Racing. Bubba Wallace got spun on a push by Austin Dillon. That wreck also collected Chris Buescher, Chandler Smith, as well as 2-time defending Daytona 500 champion William Byron, who was going to be driving that backup car. Like we mentioned, Corey LaJoie was trying to earn a spot as an open car with RFK in the 99. He got turned, which gave the final transfer spot to veteran Casey Mears. Joey Logano, a 3-time champ himself, was up front and out of the fray to win his duel and establish himself as one of the favorites for this afternoon.
The pushes are sketchy for sure. You got to push to move the lane, to go fast. You got to physically push each other, but the cars don't like it at all. They're sketchy for sure, and I think that's why we see so many wrecks.
Any win at Daytona is good, but you know, Sunday's what we want. So just kind of all eyes on that, trying to figure out what we need to do to be a little better to try and help make that happen. I think everything is just going to get tougher, you know, come Sunday. So got to think through all that and just figure out how to hedge our bet the best we can, and take advantage, like I said, of a good pit stall and go to work.
And just like that, we've reached our first time out here on Countdown to Daytona Live. But, Kevin, we still got a heck of a lot more to come.
Oh, we are jam-packed. You know, for a lot of race fans, Gabe, people can't believe it has been 25 years since Dale Earnhardt was killed in a crash here in the Daytona 500 in 2001. But that accident and his death has made a lasting impact on the sport of NASCAR racing, which is what we will talk about when we come back. Again, that impact still being felt today. We'll also hear from rookie Connor Zilic, who at 19 years old, hey, he's being compared to a Hall of Famer in Jeff Gordon. So how he's handling the hype.
Back here on Countdown to Daytona Live, the late Dale Earnhardt is the most successful driver in the history of the Daytona International Speedway. The Intimidator won 34 times here at the World Center of Racing, but it is also where the 7-time champion was killed in a last lap crash in the 2001 Daytona 500. It's a day that changed the sport forever. Radical safety improvements have been made to the cars and to the tracks because of that accident. And also that race 25 years ago, the very first race broadcasted by Fox Sports. Kevin.
You know, Gabe, as the new kids on the block, Fox really wanted to do things just a little bit differently. And the Intimidator, Dale Earnhardt, he played a big-time role in that. And you know what? His impact is still being felt today at Fox.
25 years ago in 2001, this was the new look Fox was bringing to NASCAR.
Just a little smile.
It has been a preseason ritual ever since.
Nobody does it bigger and better
when it comes to the production side of our broadcast.
Once I get here, curious of what the sets look like because it's different every year.
None of today's drivers were at that first Fox shoot.
Who's that guy?
Jeff Gordon was one of them.
I remember what it was like before that. We didn't have hangar shoots.
Most of the crew was come and gone over the years.
Fantastic, just looking right here.
But cinematographer Chris Bierlein has been there from the start.
The first year was 2 cameramen. We had a car wrapped in Fox logos, and we were in an airplane hangar.
Right out behind the speedway at the Daytona International Airport.
With the doors open, so the planes are going by, like this is before 9/11. This is February of 2001.
He was behind the camera for these shots and has vivid memories of that day.
And they said when Dale Sr. comes out, he's gonna probably mutter a few expletives, do a few things, and then maybe do a few things for you and then leave.
The result? Stunning images of Earnhardt just days before the 2001 Daytona 500.
He came out, he spent about 45 minutes with us. He went through everything we asked him to do. And it was amazing. He left us with this indelible experience. It was really kind of remarkable because it really sunk in. Like you got to know this guy. You felt like you were with him,
Gordon says Earnhardt knew the importance of that day.
He knew that bringing a different face, a different background of racing, a different fan base, that was good for the sport.
And look up.
Bierlein is now filming the next generation of those racers.
It's funny, you look at that and just what they were doing and now kind of doing this stuff too and how similar it all is.
New heroes for a new generation of race fans.
Dale was my hero growing up, and he was everything to our family and in our race team at RCR. We're walking into our season this year just the same way he did back in 2001.
Those production shoots, that's just part of the job for the drivers.
Yeah, absolutely. A very busy schedule for each and every one of them throughout a very long season. But now we got to welcome in another member of our squad, Joey Ellis, who's joining us now with a look at a driver being called the next big thing in the sport. Hey, Joey.
Yeah, Gabe, in the history of NASCAR, there's been a few handful of drivers who've really been able to take this sport by storm. Richard Petty, of course, the late Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon as well, and sooner rather than later, before we even know it, guys, we might have to add the young Connor Zilisch to that list as well. The 19-year-old rising star, he's already being compared to Gordon, and we all know, of course, the career that Gordon went on to have. Zilisch is now gearing up for his first full year in the Cup Series full-time. He's been wildly successful everywhere he's raced, including 10 victories this past year in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, but he's gearing up for his first career start today in the Daytona 500, and expectations for Connor, deservedly so. They are sky high, but the 88's just trying to keep things all in perspective.
Every time I tell one of my friends or someone I meet that I'm a NASCAR driver, they're like, oh, so, what do you, you race at the local track? And I'm like, no, I race NASCAR. They're like NASCAR. And I'm like, yeah, NASCAR, yeah. So people don't really get it, but it's pretty cool to be at this level at my age and just, I've got a lot to learn.
Well, Zilisch will make his first career Daytona 500 start today on the outside of row 16. Of course, next to the 7-time Cup Series champ and the 2-time winner here in Daytona, the legend Jimmie Johnson. Guys, what a way to make your Daytona debut.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the guy that obviously, just has a very bright future in the sport. We saw him tear it up in the O'Reilly Series last year with all those wins. So everybody looking forward to seeing him get that.
Yeah, and we'll have a lot more on Jimmie Johnson in just a moment. But you know what? Here's the thing. Zilisch isn't the only rookie that is in the field today. How about Truck Series champion Corey Heim? He is making his first Daytona 500 start in the 67 car. Plenty of hype surrounding him, too. Heim, who has 23 Truck Series wins the last few years, will race at least 12 races this year for 23-11 Racing. All right, folks, we continue to inch a little closer to the 68th running of the Daytona 500.
Yeah, it's packed out here, and you can really feel the energy just building around the entire fan zone. I'm sure it's crazy outside of the track as well. Everybody getting ready for the Great American Race. But when we come back here on Countdown to Daytona Live, the NASCAR Cup Series is going back to the chase format to crown a champion, a move that is very popular, Kevin.
All right, Hendrick Motorsports has won the Daytona 500 10 times for a reason. The latest addition to the organization designed to keep that competitive edge. The Harley J. Earl Trophy has been presented to the winner of the Daytona 500 every year since 1959, named after the second commissioner of NASCAR, Harley Earl, who was the designer of the Corvette for General Motors. The big trophy rarely leaves the speedway, and replicas are given to the winners every single year.
Absolutely. And the way that NASCAR has crowned its champion over the last several years has really been a highly debated topic. Of course, when you think about guys, in the win and get in playoffs, Casey Funderburg now joining us more on the new format we'll see this year and the years to come. Casey?
Yeah, well, in the last few years, NASCAR has made a concerted effort to return to its roots and really reach its core group of friends or core group of fans. That means the return of North Wilkesboro, the Clash at Bowman Grove, as for a couple examples. They've also returned to the chase format to determine the season-end champion. So gone is the win and you get in the playoffs. NASCAR is doing away with the elimination rounds that seem to confuse so many fans, and they're going back to the chase format where the top 16 drivers in points after the first 26 races advance to the chase, and those 16 drivers will then battle over the final 10 races to determine the champion. And there is a general feeling that this will be better for the sport.
As somebody who loves this very, very much, I was having a very hard time going forward with what we were doing. So I'm super thankful for that. And I want to be drawn like a moth to a flame to this sport every single week. I'm thankful, man. This is awesome.
I just challenge all of our fans and all the people watching to, enjoy what we got. It's a really cool thing. I think this is a great compromise.
All the drivers, all the team, everybody would tell you that this feels like it's a more deserving way to do it. And, I'm excited to race in it.
One additional note to add, if NASCAR was using the chase format last season, Kyle Larson still would have been the outright winner.
Young Money can certainly never count him out. He's going to be in the mix this season as well to try and get that third title, Kevin.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Let's bring in Danny Hamlin for a closer look at the new athletic training facility at Hendrick Motorsports. Danny?
Yeah, why has Hendrick Motorsports won this race 10 times? Why have they won the Cup Championship 15 times? Well, it starts at the top with owner Rick Hendrick. Rick Hendrick and the rest of this team, they are never, ever satisfied. They want to keep winning and winning. Recently opened up a brand new state-of-the-art training facility for every employee, but especially for the pit crews. It's way more than just a gym. It's the type of facility that rivals what you would see in big-time college football. Just like Hendrick revolutionized pit stops back in the day with the Rainbow Warriors by recruiting former college athletes to go over the wall, this facility could do the same.
And I think that was a huge game changer in the sport at that time. And now you look, at this facility and the way we're recruiting athletes, the way we're training them, the way the recovery process is. And now we went from pit stops being 18 and 19 seconds to 7 and 8 seconds. And the athleticism and coaching that it takes for that is second to none.
With a demanding 36 race schedule, you have to be fit, you have to be sharp. And guys, think about it, not just the Hendrick pit crew, but every pit crew down here, they are absolutely ripped. They have muscles on top of muscles. Back to you guys.
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see if other teams try and copy that to kind of have that same edge. Appreciate it, Danny. And earlier we talked about 19-year-old Connor Zilisch, but now we have to go to the other end of the age spectrum.
How about 50-year-old Jimmie Johnson, the ageless one? He made a big-time announcement earlier today. The two-time winner of the Daytona 500, who has 83 Cup Series wins and 7 championships. Well, he still loves to complete. The owner of Legacy Motorsports will run a few races this year, but said yesterday that next year's Daytona 500, the 2027 Daytona 500, will be his final race in the Cup Series. The Hall of Famer, hey, he has done it all and then some in NASCAR racing. Also, anything's possible here at the Speedway. Think about this, Gabe. He finished third last year in the Daytona 500.
Absolutely. It was very emotional after that one. We'll see if he can possibly get up there again. Would be one heck of a story if he gets it done. One more break here on Countdown to Daytona Live. When we come back, we're going to pick our favorites to win the Great American Race. We'll be right back. Back here on Countdown to Daytona Live, we have the entire crew here. Time to make our predictions for the Daytona 500. I'm going with Ryan Blaney at Team Penske to get it done. Joey?
We go Chase Briscoe, the number 19, starting on the front row as he did a year ago. I think the 19 gets it done today.
All right, Casey, who do you have?
So I'm going Team Penske as well, but I'm going Joey Logano. I thought he looked really strong in the duels, really strong at practice. So Joey Logano in the 22.
All right, very good.
Joey and I are right. In 6 hours, we're going to be in Victory Lane interviewing Chase Briscoe.
No, you're not. It's going to be Ryan Blaney. Gabe and I are right. It's Ryan Blaney on Sunday.
Come on.
All right, folks. We really do appreciate you watching Countdown to Daytona Live. For Joey, for Gabe, for Casey, for Danny, I'm Kevin. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great, great race day.
Thank you.